The Kansas City Royals traveled out east to take on the Baltimore Orioles at Camden Yards. On the hill for the Orioles was their left-hander Alex Wood, making his 27th start of the year. He is 10-8 with an even .300 ERA. And in the top half of the second, with runners on first and second, Profar grounds into an out to end the inning. Jake Junis on the hill for the Royals, making his 27th start of the year for Kansas City. And in the bottom half of the second, Chris Davis would just barely slice a ball down the left field line. Nobody is there because of the shift, and Davis is going to have himself an easy stand-up double. Next batter up was Jonathan Scope. He's going to ground one over to Dozier at third. A nice charging play by him to get the first out of the inning. And then Matt Adams would go down swinging on a big breaking ball from Junis, so 2 down. And that would bring up Colby Rasmus, and he gets a hanging curveball that he is going to punish into the right center field seat. A 2-run shot for the neckbeard himself, Colby Rasmus. His 16th home run makes it a 2-0 Orioles lead. But then Junis would get out of the inning by striking out Chance Sisco. Or moving on to the bottom of the third now, Chance Sisco strikes out, and then Mullins would ground out to Profar, who makes a beautiful spinning play at shortstop, and then after a walk from Galvis, Mancini would go down swinging on an up-and-in fastball. Now on to the top half of the fifth, where Brett Phillips is at the plate. He's going to get inside added, but he turns it into a little single into left field, and then he would go and swipe second base. The ball gets in the dirt. Sisco did block it, but he didn't have a chance to throw at Phillips. So he's on second now, and then Profar would pop things up to right field. It's not deep enough for Phillips to advance, as Rasmus's throw is right on the line. So it's 1 down, runner on second. Valoria then goes down swinging on the up and away fastball. And then with 2 outs in the inning, Janikowski grounds out to shortstop, and it's still a 2-0 Orioles lead. On to the bottom of the sixth now. Freddie Galvis is going to hit one over the head of Semien into right center field. Luckily, Solaire's there to cut it off, so it's only a single for Freddie Galvis. But that would end Jake Junis' day, as Billy Hatcher comes to take him out and brings in Rafael Montero, who proceeds to get a ground ball from Mancini right back to Montero, and he turns it into a double play. So 2 down, nobody on, and then Montero gets out of the inning by striking out Davis with a changeup down and away. Move things on to the top of the seventh now. 2 out hitting from Jurickson Profar, a single that bloops in front of Mullins in center. So he's got himself a base knock. He's on first base, and then Mabrys Valoria, first pitch swinging, and he's got some pop in that bat. Absolutely crushed to deep right field. His 9th home run of the season ties the game up at 2 here in the 7th inning, but unfortunately for the Royals, Matt Adams basically did the same exact thing in the bottom half of the 7th, the same part of the ballpark, and the Royals have lost the tie as the Orioles are back on top by a score of 3-2. Joe Smith comes on in the top of the 8th, the submarine pitcher, 1 out. Jorge Soler going the other way with it, bloops in front of Rasmus for a base knock. Then that brings up Jorge Bonifacio, draws himself a walk, so first and second, 1 out. Pavin Smith at the plate, and he grounds into a 6-4-3 double play, and the Orioles still have a 3-2 lead. Top of the 9th now as Michael Givens comes on for the Orioles looking for the save. Brett Phillips with his 2nd single of the game, this time a well-struck one right back up the middle. So he's on first with 1 out, and then Jurickson Profar would go down looking on a slider. He could not pull the trigger on it, so now there's 2 down. Vince Falvey comes in a pinch hit as he gets the day off, but not for long. And then a 3-1 count. He swings at it and grounds it over to Scope, as that is the end of this ball game. The Orioles squeeze it out at the end by a score of 3-2 over the Kansas City Royals. Alex Wood gets player of the game honors. He went 7 innings strong, only gave up 5 hits, struck out 5, and only gave up 2 runs. Mabrys Valoria was really the only offense from the Royals. He went 1 for 2 on the day. He walked twice, and then also had a 2-run shot. And then Colby Rasmus on the Orioles side also had a 2-run home run, as well as Matt Adams with a solo shot. Alex Wood the win, Rafael Montero the loss, Michael Givens the save. And that being said, it's going to wrap things up here for this edition of Kansas City Royals Baseball. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.